What's up, everybody? It's your host and your boy Don Mohsin here. Welcome to Flashy Knowledge, the podcast, my informal talk around entrepreneurship, business, life, and everything in between. Today's podcast episode is called Celebrating Small Wins. I thought it was very important to talk about this because a lot of us don't do this, myself included. And if you look at how I used to approach entrepreneurship, my business, my personal brand as a whole, I definitely didn't even know what a small win was, like, at all. Something I completely overlooked. And it's very important to celebrate these because life is a journey. Our life goals are a journey. And a lot of times we're tricked into thinking, we need this instant gratification. And we live in a world of instant gratification. If you look at social media, we're all looking for the comments and the likes and the shares, and that kind of feeds us, and we're becoming addicted to that. So we're constantly looking for that quick hit, quick fix, and it's dangerous to do that and feel that and want that, especially when you're looking at the long game. So I wanted to talk about this today, and I want to start off by defining what a small win is. So some of us call it small wins, some of us call it like micro goals, mini goals, daily goals, whatever. Just something small and tiny that you accomplish that helps you move towards a larger goal. So it doesn't matter what you call it, it's just something small, micro, that you are going to accomplish to help you achieve some of the bigger stuff you have in your life. So, for example, a good one is, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds. A nice small win is, hey, you lost 2 pounds this week. Instead of looking at your weight this week and saying, oh God, I'm still got 18 pounds to go. This sucks. Like, what am I going to do? You're looking at and celebrating the fact that you lost 2 pounds and you're on your way. And if you listen to the last podcast I had with my good friend John Howell, he mentioned a few times to not try to eat the whole cake like everyone tries to eat the whole cake. And what he was talking about is, just looking at the end goal only and wanting everything and not building up towards that in a strategic manner. So we need to make sure that we are actually paying attention to the little steps, the micro steps, the small wins that we're achieving along the way of our end goal. Because if you only look at the end goal, you are always going to feel depressed, sad, half empty, a failure, because you're not there yet. And I'm definitely guilty of this. When I first started my company, I only looked at the end goal. That was it. I looked at, okay, I want this company to be thriving. I want it to make millions of dollars, and nothing up until that point will satisfy me. And so I pretty much operated for the first, honestly, year and a half thinking that. Going through my highs and lows and being like, oh my God, I'm just not on my way to making millions of dollars yet. I'm not on my way to 1 million followers. And I only looked at that. I didn't judge anything else. I didn't pay attention to anything else I was accomplishing. I mean, I had no idea how to start a company, and I, devised a business plan. I hired some people at the beginning. I did all like the financial, legal stuff on my own, or I found the right people. I had products and services built out. I had plans for operations. I had plans for our services. I mean, I did all of this. And yet every day I felt like a failure. Like, oh, I'm just not getting anywhere. I'm not doing anything. And, I built, I think, once things started getting pretty serious, I built a pretty decent following. I think of I think it was like 800 people or so on Facebook. But, even that did not satisfy me, because it's only looking at the fact that, Trunk Club has 1 million people. I don't know, was it Trunk Club or Stitch Fix? One of the two. They had 1 million people, so I'm not getting anywhere. This is nothing. you're just constantly going to be beating yourself up. You're constantly going to be sad. You're constantly going to be feeling like a failure. And, it wasn't until I started really looking at some of the other CEO habits and what they say, what they preach, and just setting proper goals for yourself, just a mixture of variables, where I was like, this is the wrong way to think about your journey. This is a wrong way to think about your end goal, because you'll get there one day. As long as you keep plugging away, you keep planning, you keep hustling, keep doing what you got to do, you'll get there. But you cannot short yourself the credit that's due. You cannot overlook the hard work you're putting into this every day, assuming you are. You need to be celebrating that, because you're always going to be unhappy with your progress if you only look at the end goal. So why is celebrating small wins important? Well, honestly, it's the positivity, the good vibes, the good juju, whatever you want to call it, that feeds you into you keeping on hustling, keeping on working, and keeping on working on your dreams. That's plain and simple what it is. Looking at the other way, if you're only looking at the end goal, the end state, and beating yourself up because you aren't there yet, you're constantly going to be in a negative state. You're constantly going to be thinking you're a failure, downplaying yourself, and kind of just be in a gray or a dark area. And you don't want to do that. That's not going to help you in the long run. That's going to help you with the long game. So the simple fact of the matter is, you need to celebrate small wins, because these small wins are going to keep powering you through, so you can end up achieving your end goal. And I mean, there's nothing else. This isn't a complicated thing. That's really it. Without the constant feeding of positivity and looking at the things you're accomplishing, the things you're doing, it's going to be tough to continue down the long road of whatever it is you're doing and whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So, don't expect some crazy scientific facts here or some drawn-on lecture about it. It's really that simple. To me, that's the thing that kept feeding me to work hard and keep working, because I was realizing every day how much effort, how much time, and how much blood, sweat, and tears I was putting into the things I needed to accomplish for that day or that week. And I was taking a chance, I was taking some time to feel proud about that, about the hard work I put into the things I accomplished, and use that energy to keep pushing forward. And you will need that. If you got big goals in your life, you're trying to do big things, and you're trying to change the world, change your life, help other people, whatever it is you want to do, that's good. That's fantastic. But you need to take time to give yourself credit. Give credit to other people too. It's not just about you. Take time to celebrate those small wins, those micro wins, and make sure that that's part of your regiment, so you can use that fuel and that power to keep on keeping on. And I wanted to take this moment to celebrate some small wins myself, because even though I'm preaching this, and I've definitely gotten a lot better at it over the last year and a half or so, I'm still not perfect at it, and I'll happily admit that. A lot of the stuff I'm talking about is just real stuff that I'm going through or have been through, and maybe you are, maybe you will go through it, and that's kind of why I'm bringing it to the table, because I just want to be as honest and real with you guys as possible. So I'm taking this time to celebrate some small wins. And maybe, as I'm talking, maybe you're listening to me in the car, or you're on the couch or whatever. As I'm talking about my small wins, maybe you start writing down some of yours, and, smile every time you write one down that you're really proud of. So my small wins, just to quickly go through them. I've been wanting a long time to achieve a team of 3 over here at The Lasting Impression, and I was able to do that this summer, and I was really, really proud of that. It took a lot of interviewing and a lot of planning on my end, and just really being on top of my game to pull this together. But I was finally, by the way, that includes me. So the team of 3 includes me. So it was me plus 2 other people. And I was very happy with that. We had a really good flow, and it really challenged me in a new way, and I love that. and I really loved everything about it. And so I'm really proud of that I was able to get that done and able to finally get that team size that I wanted. And now my next goal is to get a team of 5 together. So hopefully we'll see how I can how I can pull that together. The next one is, I had no idea about marketing or anything like that. I just assumed, like most other people, that you run some ads and then all of a sudden you make millions of dollars. Well, we all know that's not true. So I was really proud that I went and I learned how to create a marketing plan from scratch, and I built that for the company from scratch, like from nothing, from zero. And this is coming from someone who had no clue about anything marketing related. And to be honest, I'm still for sure a novice, but I'm learning every day, and that's the key. Is I'm still learning. So I'm really proud of the fact I built a marketing plan from scratch. I went ahead and also got, I got, I think, almost 4 or 5 certifications over the last few months. Some are marketing related, some are like working with social media tools and marketing strategy stuff, Google Analytics. So I dedicated my time in the evening to study and get these certifications, and I've got a few more that are on the docket. So I'm very proud that I took my personal time to do that. Also, I am very proud of the fact that I was able to get 3 people for the New Year New You contest to style them. And as we speak, I'm working on the last client here, the 3rd person. But there's probably some fashion companies that have 0, or they can't even find 1 person. So yeah, sure, it's not 300 and it's not 30, it's 3 people, but I'm very blessed, and I feel very thankful that I was able to get those 3 people to style them, test out our processes, test out where some of the gaps are, and just overall, just super thankful that I had 3 individuals that were willing to help us out. So that's another one. We're almost at 20 to 100 followers on Facebook. And again, ask me a year and a half ago and I'd be like, oh, so what? It's not a million. But I'm super blessed and thankful. I mean, that's 2,800 people. And I'm so thankful that I have that kind of following. Sure, we're not popping as much on Twitter or Instagram, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm celebrating that win that we have almost 2,800 people on Facebook. That's a pretty sizable audience, and it's been pretty steady for the last few months. So I'm very excited and thankful of that. Another small win is I'm loving the new website. Those of you following me for a while know that I have rebuilt this website probably no short than a dozen times, but I really like where we are now. And before, it was always okay. Like, I thought the site was okay, but I really love like the branding and the way my team during the summer put everything together, added a nice luxury look to it. We got some branding, colors, and everything just flows really well. And so I'm really loving that, and I'm just really thankful and celebrating that small win that we finally got the website to a place where I really enjoy it. I'm also excited and thankful about some of the small wins I'm making related to the Being a Better CEO series. I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to take a look at that. It's a series I have on YouTube. I haven't updated it for quite some time, but I will be updating it very soon to give you guys a quick synopsis of where I'm at right now. But I took on trying to make some significant changes in my life and to be a better CEO, like sleeping better, learning, exercise, things like that. So if you're interested, take a look at Being a Better CEO on YouTube. So I've spent a great deal of energy and planning trying to get those 3 or 4 areas, actually there are 4 areas, aligned better, and to just be an overall better high performer. So I'm proud of the changes I made. Definitely some significant changes in sleep schedule. Not perfect at it yet, I can admit that for sure, but definitely a lot better than where I was when I first started. So I'm very proud, and I'm really excited about the small wins that I have there, and just bettering myself as a high performer. And then the last thing I want to celebrate is I've been trying a lot of new things lately, and I'm pretty excited about that. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but I started putting out some motivation videos, which I absolutely love doing. and it's just really enjoyable for me. And I didn't, 3 months ago, I knew I liked motivation stuff and I liked motivating people, but I had no idea that I was going to enjoy creating these motivational videos, or that I'd even be half good at it. I guess you'd be the judge of that. I think they're not bad, but I just really love enjoying making them and finding the right music, the right quotes, and me just getting together and trying to make a really emotional video. And I'm not a Tony Robbins, I'm not a Gary Vaynerchuk, but if just one person watched that video and they either smile or tear up, or they listen and they're like, I want to make a change in my life, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I'm just excited about trying new things. Like, for example, this podcast is fairly new. This is only the 5th episode, but I've been thinking about doing a podcast for a while. So I was like, you know what, let's fit this in my schedule. And I obviously am great at rambling on, even though I say, hey, I'm going to make every episode really clean cut and really lean. I obviously ramble on quite a bit. So, I'm trying new things, and I'm really kind of enjoying that whole process there as well. And, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying new things, and I'm not going to be afraid to try them. So whether it's changing my career, whether it's this podcast, motivational videos, maybe another kind of series, I don't know. I'm just really excited, and I'm celebrating the fact that I have been challenging myself, and it's gonna allow my personal development to achieve a whole new level. So those are kind of the small wins that I want to celebrate with you all right now. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to jot down your own small wins, and I don't know, read them to your parents, read them to your significant others, your friends, read them to yourself. I don't care, what you do. I just want you to take some time out of your week, your day, whatever you choose, to read them out loud to yourself, smile, pat yourself on the back, be proud of them, and use them as fuel to keep achieving your goals. So with that, my friends, keep celebrating your small wins, and I will leave you with my personal mantra. Remember, you got to take action to get action. I will see you guys in the next podcast episode. Don Mohsin out.